Hello everyone, today we meet again here and I am Praveen Balakrishnan, your moderator for this webinar. So before we start, allow us to introduce ourselves. So who are we? We are the Malaysian Open Alumni. We are a small team of English language educators who have taken online courses, which is the Online Professional English Network, also known as Open. It was once known as the e-teacher program funded by the US Department of State via the US Embassy of Kuala Lumpur. So these days we get to call ourselves as the e-teacher alumni. So if any of you out there who have taken this course before, uh, please reach out to us and you may join us in the future. So this webinar is fully sponsored by the US Embassy of Kuala Lumpur. And now moving on to our topic today, our speaker for today's webinar is Justin Lee, and the title of his session is 321 Recording Tutorial Made Easy. So let us get to know our speaker first, and I'm going to read his bio. So Justin Lee graduated from Victoria University of Wellington, New Zealand with a bachelor's degree in TESOL and earned his master's of applied linguistics from Macquarie University, Sydney, Australia. He is currently an English language teacher at SMK Sri Bahagia Pahang, where he introduced a wide range of online tools in his teaching approaches. In 2019, he was chosen to be a mentor for the globally recognized Southeast Asian Youth Leadership exchange program at Northern Illinois University in the US. He has taken part in many US Embassy care programs and also was appointed to be the facilitator for the exclusive American English e-teacher course in 2020. His mission in teaching is to improve teachers' efficiency with technology-assisted methods. So before we start, we have some ground rules and let me read them for you. Please listen carefully. Firstly, make sure your details in the survey form are correct, especially your emails. In the past, many participants did not get their certificates due to incorrect emails. At the end of this webinar, you will get a survey form, so please key in your emails correctly. Secondly, you will get your e-certificate within a week after the webinar is over. We will do our best to deliver it to you through your email. It will take a couple of days, so do not worry. And finally, the third one, the link to the survey and e-certificate form is only accessible for a short amount of time before it is deactivated. So if you're watching this, make sure you fill in the form immediately after the webinar. So without further ado, we are going to start our presentation today with Mr. Justin Lee with his topic 321 Recording Made Easy. Take it away, Justin.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Hi, thanks, Praveen, for the introduction. So, as you all know, the topic for today's webinar is recording tutorial made easy. So, let's get started. Okay, to start off, let's look at this. Okay, so on this slide, it's two different situations. So take a look at these two situations. Are they familiar to you? How do you feel? What were your initial reactions? Take 1 minute to ponder and, if possible, share your experience briefly in the comment box. Okay. So now, I'm sure everyone has experienced this. So And often at times, we face these situations both professionally and personally. Coupled with the fact that not everyone learns the same, it may take a longer time for some individuals to learn a new skill. This would mostly involve repeating the instructions and steps. When things are done for the first time, more often than not, we would be very eager to share our knowledge. It would be fine for the second time. However, when the same instruction is being repeated for the fourth, fifth, and sixth time, or even more, we start to feel a little bit uneasy. We might even think to ourselves that we sound like a broken record. So, what should we do? Now that we have set our issue straight, let's look at the next slide. Okay, so here on this slide here, it's a picture that I took recently. And think about what are some of the problems that you think would arise. What are the problems that would happen if we were to use this method of presentation? Okay, for this activity, you can key in your answers at http://gg.gg/m7sg2, or you could scan the QR code below. Or even you could go to www.menti.com and key in 7416238. I will show you some of the responses from our audience. So remember everyone, when you are keying in your responses, remember that there is no right or wrong answers as to what might go wrong with that recording. So just key in your responses and we shall see what are some of the responses that the audience have. While you're thinking about what are the problems that might arise, let's just acknowledge some of our audience that have joined us. I see that we have people from Tajikistan. Hi, from Malaysia. We have teachers from Malaysia as well. We have teachers from Ecuador, Philippines, and yeah, a lot of different countries that we have here. So, hello, good morning to you. And Melba Lily. Hi. Hi, Maris from Philippines. So we'll take another minute to see what are the responses that you have. When it comes to this picture. Good morning, Marciano. Good morning, Dr. Boone. Good morning, Ukili from Philippines. Good morning, Dili Ram, Ferdinand, Ria, Daku. Okay, so 3 minutes up. So let's look at some of the responses that we have from the audience. So from the picture, some of you mentioned that people will be confused with the apps. We have things like issues like conflict, limited storage, technical problems. It drains our energy. Yes, that's true. Because in order for us to set up that particular recording, there are many things that we have to think about. It might be repetitive, uninteresting, unclear voice, blur images. Yes, because we are using a camera to record our screen. So there is a tendency that there will be out of focus issues, limited visions. Yes, expensive. Yeah, it will be expensive because it will need a lot of different things like a smartphone, a laptop, internet connection, all right? And some people might only have one device, okay? So in this webinar, we will be exploring how technology could help us communicate ideas, instructions to our learners. This sharing would revolve around creating tutorial videos for beginners just by using smart devices around us, like our iPhones, iPads, Android phones, MacBook, and laptops. We will look at an introduction as to why we record tutorials and how to record them on various devices. For this part, it would be very hands-on. It would be great if you have your devices around you while I show you some of the ways to do it. Remember, this sharing is on some of the ways that you could record tutorials, and they are not in any way absolute. After looking into how recording is done on different devices, we will look at some ideas as to how these recordings can be applied in the language classroom. And to our audience, some of you might not teach English in school. Some of you might not only teach English in school. You might be teaching science, arts, geography, history. This tutorial recording applies to you as well. Then we will have a time where we share ideas, where you have an opportunity to share some of your creative ideas which all of us could benefit from. Next, we will be looking at some of the considerations for us to take into account when we do recordings. So, everyone, recording videos It's a great way to get our audience to follow what we are presenting. It gets our message across very effectively and efficiently because it is both visual and auditory. Things become more real and relatable to our audience as they could see it happening in front of them rather than having to imagine things in their minds. Hence, it is more effective than static presentations. Not only do recordings help our audience to follow our instructions and message, they also enable them to view the recordings at their own convenience. Like I mentioned before, certain people take longer time to process images and information. So this will eventually help them grasp the intended message or ways of doing something. They could repeat the video. They could see it over and over again. Remember the situation that we mentioned earlier? When we record, students will automatically look back at the video and think about what are the things they should do. And at the same time, while all of us are battling COVID-19, engagement in the classroom has become limited, and a lot of lessons have gone online. So, recording is one of the ways we can get students to maximize their time and resources. Applying tutorial recordings helps to cater to learners' needs. People have different learning styles. Different people have different background knowledge. So, having a recording helps in various situations that teachers face. It is flexible and adaptable, as it can be used to support teaching and learning in the classroom in so many ways. It can be used to improve learners' listening, speaking, reading, as well as writing skills. Lastly, using video seems more fun and engaging for learners. Rather than traditional chalk and talk or even PowerPoint presentation, having something that moves in the background with voice, it's more appealing to the senses. What more? Its multimodal nature opens up a whole wide world of canvas that one can explore and create an endless loop of video. It is only limited by your creativity. So let's look. What are the steps that we should have or we should do to record a video? So first, you must have a plan. Have a script. Get your materials ready. It is important to have a plan as to how you want the video to turn out to be. After you have everything in place, you need to practice. Remember, practice makes perfect. Do a trial run to make sure everything is in place. Then begin your actual recording. Record. Record multiple times. Record till you are satisfied with your recording. Then you might need to do some editing, trimming the videos, add in some effects, add in some introduction, or even add some credits at the end. Once all these are done, the videos can finally be shared with the audience. Right? So let's take a look at how we can use our iPhones or iPads to record our tutorial videos. For this part, I will be showing you how to record live. So there might be some stutter due to the mirroring of the devices, but it will be good if you could follow. All right, so take a look at this iPad screen that I have. Built into iPhones and iPad is a screen recording function which helps users to record their screen. For this part, the demonstration will be done on an iPad. It is very similar to an iPhone, how it works, how it looks like. While everyone knows how to take screenshot on iPhones and iPad, on the older ones, you would just need to press the power button and the home button. And there you go, you get a screenshot. But not many know about screen recording. So let's have a look at how we could set this up. First of all, you would need to add screen recording to your control center. If it's not there, let's take a look. I'll just swipe it down. This is my control center. If you take a look at the top, you have the airplane mode, you have the AirDrop, you have the Wi-Fi, you have the Bluetooth, you have the music, you have the screen lock orientation, do not disturb, screen mirroring, alarms, timer, notes, camera, QR code scanner, as well as this is what they call the adaptive display. Now, how do we add extra functions or extra shortcut to our control center? This is what we do. Go back to the home screen. Access your settings. Look for Control Center, which is just below General. And under Control Center, you have an item called Customize Controls. So you want to tap that. And once you tap Customize Controls, it will come out a series or a list of shortcuts which we can add to the earlier screen that we saw. So look for screen recording. If it's not there, if it's not at the top, and it has not been added, there will be a green plus sign on the left. As you can see, my screen recording has not been added to my list. So to add it to my shortcuts, I would just tap the green button, and there you go. It is added to the top. And now this screen recording shortcut is in my control center. So let's go back to my home screen. Drag it down. If you're using an iPhone, it will be swipe up from the bottom of your screen. And you will notice that there is an extra icon at the end or at the bottom of my control center. This is the shortcut to screen recording. So In order for you to do recording, you will just need to tap that particular icon. And something will turn out like this. All right. So if you have a look at these three photos or these three images, there is only one difference between them. Take a look here. 3, 2, and 1. This is what happens when the screen recording icon is tapped. It will have a countdown timer to allow you to prepare before it starts recording. In order for you to look at some of the options that you have for recording, tap and hold the recording icon. So what will happen if you do that? So when you tap and hold the recording icon, this small window will come up. So you have an option to display your recording or will record it in Photos, Meet, Google Teams. It depends, Microsoft Teams, sorry, depending on what are the applications that you have on your device. Then in this image here that you are seeing, a recording is actually happening. And it states here, stop recording. If you have not started recording, it will just display start recording. And at the bottom, there is this icon here. It says microphone. If you would like to record a voiceover in your tutorial videos, you can tap on it, and it will turn the microphone on. So while you are recording the screen, you can give instructions at the background of the videos to make things clearer and give your learners tasks as the videos play. When they listen and when they look at the videos playing in front of them, chances are that they will be more interested in the lesson. So what to do? Throughout the recording, you can turn on and turn off the microphone. So to stop recording, simply tap a red icon at the top of the screen. I will show you later on how it looks like. Or even a red bar in an iPhone. On an iPhone, a notification will pop up asking to stop the recording once we tap the red bar. So let's have a look at what happens when we start recording. So we have the 3, 2, and 1 earlier on. And we have started recording. Let's look at this video that I've taken. So you see, the recording light is blinking, telling us that a recording is going on. It goes back to this screen. A recording is happening. And do you notice a red dot at the top? That is the icon that you click to stop recording. So I'm going to record a website and tell my students what to do. For this purpose, I did not record a voiceover. You could do it if you want to. And I will just type in the things that I want my students to do or even navigate to. If you notice, every single tap on the screen is shown and recorded as a blink. Look at the VOA Learning English. Once it's tapped, there's a short blink and it will move on, just like a website. So you can just record what you want your students to do. So it has been recorded. Okay, all these are part of recording. Just look at the top of the screen and you see, okay, so I'm dragging down. I'll stop. I've already tapped and hold on to the recording button and this screen popped up and I've stopped recording. So now, once the recording has been successfully done, it will be saved automatically in Photos. So this is how it looks like. It is saved in Photos. Here, you can view your recording as you do some basic, as well as do some basic editing. So take a look. How do we do editing? These are just some basic editing. Nothing really big and fancy about it. So what we do, you want to play that video. Tap on the edit icon on the top. All right, and you will have a series of tools, a list of different tools that you can use to edit your video. You have brightness. Okay, so there are various things that you can do here. You have effects, different effects that you want to add to your video, like this. Let's have a look. Hello? Yep. All right, let's go back. And you can choose to rotate your videos. You can rotate, you can crop, whichever way that you like. It's the same on an iPad or an iPhone. Go back to the first one, the first icon here, and you will see a timeline at the bottom of your screen. All right. What you're seeing in the middle here, this is just part of the application that I'm using. So anyway, so you will see a timeline at the bottom, a timeline of your video. You can choose to play the video. All right. So it will play your recording. All right. You can even choose to trim the length of your video. And then once you're done with editing, just tap on done. You can save video, which will override your original video. Or you could save it as a new clip. So let's save video as a new clip. Right? So you can look at the screen. It says saving video. It will take some time because they need to process all the things that are in the video. Okay, so our video is done. Have a look. You will notice there is a third file, which is our newly edited video. So what you want to do, you can share it with your students. So you will want to select, tap on this button at the bottom, which is a share button. Click on it, and you have a lot of different options to share it to. Okay, so take a pick. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you do a recording on an iPad or an iPhone. So let me just close this, and we will move on to recording on Android devices. Just bear with me while I set this up. Okay, so let's look at recording on Android devices. While the latest Android smartphones have native screen recording functions, just like on iPhones and iPads, most of the older models do not. So, using apps is the only option that we have. There are many apps out there that we can use to do a screen recording. So, for the purpose of this sharing, I will be using an app called X Recorder. Right? This is the app that I will be using. This app is available on Google Play Store. And we are using the free version of it. So, let's launch this app once I've already downloaded it. Let's go back to the home screen. Okay, as you can see on the screen, once the app has been downloaded and launched, a few shortcut icons will appear and hide at the bottom right of the screen. All right, so these are the icons. So these are the icons that you would be using for the purpose of recording. Simply tap on the first icon to start your recording. Second one, it's about your account setting. Third, home. And the last icon is setting. So let's look at setting. There are advertisements because it's a free version. All right. So under settings, there are a lot of things that we can do. You can choose to set your resolution, the quality of your recording, the frame rate, the orientation of your video, recording audio. Recording internal audio is not allowed by Android, right? So on this app. So use your microphone to record. So basically, it is like what we saw on an iPad or iPhone earlier on. You record a voice over the video that you want to do, in a video that you want students to follow. You can choose the save location. Where would you want your videos to be saved? If you have a memory card, you can choose to save in a memory card. Recording mode, all right? Countdown before start, pop-up window, and all other functions. Okay. So, look at the bottom here. We have buttons here. which we can use to start our recording. But we wouldn't want to do that. Okay, so for this purpose, we will go back to our home screen. So, like I mentioned, to start recording, you need to tap this button here. Okay, once you tap this button, a big countdown timer will begin. If you have set 3 seconds, there will be 3, 2, and 1 in the middle of your screen. For this, I can't really show you because if I start recording, it would not show on this screen. So basically, to start recording, just tap on this icon and it will start recording. And how to stop it? So you drag down, you will have this bar here, and there will be an icon. Which tells you to stop recording. So you can stop recording, and the video that you have recorded would be saved in your phone or the location that you have set earlier on in the setting. So how would you want to, what will happen if you want to edit your video? Go to home. And this is the list of videos that you have that I've recorded prior to this session. To edit, tap on the three dots at the top, and I'll tap edit. So due to the fact that this app is a free version, well, if you choose to register for the paid version, you may do so. Because it is free, there are advertisements at the top. Right? So, to edit this video, it's just like what happens on an iPhone or an iPad. You have the trim option at the bottom. You can adjust the speed of your video. You can copy your video. You can add music to the video, add a text, adjust the ratio of the video, big, small. You can crop it, and you can even rotate it. Once you are done, tap on save. And once you have saved, we are not doing any editing here. Exit. It will be in your list of videos. Then you will want to share it with your students. Tap on the share button at the bottom of your video. Hold on, sorry. Tap on this button. Share it with the people that you have. In a WhatsApp group, on Facebook, on Telegram, or any apps that you have. So that is how you can record on an Android device. Now, with smartphones being extremely common nowadays, it is great that both teachers and students take advantage of these functions to integrate technology into learning. It is easy, fun, and convenient. Why? Everyone carries a smartphone everywhere we go. To the shopping mall. And some even carry smartphones into the toilet. You can view the videos anywhere you want, whenever you like. So learning can take place anywhere and at any time of the day. So we have already covered recording tutorial videos on how to record tutorial videos on iPhones, iPads, and Android devices. Let's move on to how to record on a MacBook. Right. Just like iPhones and iPads, MacBook has a native function as well, which it enables users to do a screen recording. To do this, you will need to launch the QuickTime application, which can be found under Applications. Let's have a look. Applications. There you go, the QuickTime Player. Right? You will want to launch it. Just close this. Right? So at the top here, look for File and choose New Screen Recording. Okay. So again, launch your QuickTime Player. Go to File and choose New Screen Recording. Alternatively, if you are not keen on looking for different items or looking for the items in your applications drawer, you can choose to use the shortcut. What you do is you press Command, Shift, and 5. Okay, again, press Command, Shift, and 5. Number 5. Right? Press these three buttons on the keyboard simultaneously. And your screen will look like this. This is what happens when you click screen recording. Let's go. Let me show you. Just cancel this. File, New Screen Recording. There you go. All right. So under this function, you could record your screen to make a tutorial video. Let me explain to you what are the tools that you have here. The first one is a screenshot. It's to capture the entire screen. The second icon is capture the selected window. So I can choose, I can resize. This is how big I want, or this is how small I want it to be. I want to capture a screenshot of this small tiny window. I'll just tap on this. Resize and tap on this. Right? The third one, capture a selected portion. So which part that you want to screenshot. And next, the fourth icon is record entire screen. This is what we are going to do today. So recording entire screen, excuse me, will record, let's have a look. Let's have a look if I tap this. It will record the entire screen that you have right in front of you. That's record entire screen. The fifth one, the fifth icon, it's record selected portion. So I can move. If I want to record things that are happening right here, I will just select and I'll record. Right? So let's just keep this active. And then if I want to record, so then the next icon that we have are the options that we have. So what are the settings that we want to do? We can save to desktop, documents, mail, messages, Quicktime Player, and other locations. Okay, so where to save our videos. And then you have the timer. Do you want your timer to be 5 seconds, 10 seconds, or even no timer at all? Your microphone. Do you want your microphone to be run by a software, or no microphone at all? Or even you could even choose to use a built-in microphone in your MacBook. If you have an external mic, you can choose the option here. And the various options at the bottom. Okay? Next, how do you start recording? Just tap on this button here. Right? Just tap on this button here. Record. So let's resize. Let's record this portion of the screen. Right? Let me resize it. And let's start recording. 4, 3, 2, 1. See, the recording is actually happening. How do you know? Just look at the icon at the top of your screen. Right? Here, if you follow me. Follow the cursor at the top of your screen. So this is the button that you would want to tap on to stop your recording. So let's move. All right. So let's say this is what we're going to do. Okay. Right. So, and we are going to stop our recording. I'll just tap on this. There you go. That stopped. And immediately a video has popped up. Why? This is because I have chosen the option to save to QuickTime. So it will pop up this video. But eventually, where are all the recordings stored? If you notice, let me close this. Hold on. Let me just minimize it instead of closing it. If you notice, look at this. This is the file for the video that we have recorded. And this is the QuickTime Player. So let's just play this video. Let's have a look what we have done. All right, so that is our recording. For instance, you might find that this file might be too big. Sometimes your recording is too long. Hence, the file becomes too big. Let's have a look. How big is this file? We just go to here, get info. And this file is 54.7 megabytes. All right. So depending on the length of your recording, the videos might be big or even small. So what do you do if you want to share it to students who are using smartphones? All right, or have limited storage space? So this is what you would want to do. Click on File. Go to Export As. And you have the options to save it or to export it. Export the video that you have recorded as a 4K video, a 1080p Full HD video, a 720p high definition video, a 480p standard, or even audio only. Okay, so now, how do we use this? All right, so you can choose to export it as 4K to show video and audio at the same time, or even if you have exercises for your students, language exercises for your students, so you would want to just export it as audio, and your students can just follow your instructions and do it on their phones. So this is a good exercise for listening. They listen to your instructions and perform the task on their phones. And once you share the video to your students, they could compare what they have done while listening to the actual outcome of the video in the video that you share. This is good. Right. So that is how you do a recording on MacBook. Of course, if you would want to further edit your video, you can edit your video on the iMovie application, which is basically native, which is basically installed in your MacBook. Okay, so let me just close this. Now, so we have already covered iPhones, iPads, Android devices, as well as MacBook. So now we are going to move on to the last device that we are going to cover for today. It is Windows-based PCs and laptops. Okay, so for Windows PCs and laptop, with the latest Windows operating system, they have applications, they have software built in with the operating system, which enables users to record a video. Okay, I don't have that video, it's all right. Okay, we just move on to this. Okay, so they have this application which helps or which allows users to record what's happening on the screen. For this sharing, I do not have access to a Windows-based PC. Okay, but just let me tell you a little bit about it. If you have seen on Facebook, on YouTube, there are gamers who broadcast their games, broadcast their progress, or even broadcast live while they are playing games. Some of them are using the software that is native in their PCs. Okay, so this software can be found under the Xbox option. Okay, so you just go into the softwares or even programs that is in the laptop or the PC and look for the Xbox Live. I think they have the options there, which I'm not really familiar with, right? But for the purpose of this sharing, I will be showing you an alternative to that. I will be showing you how to do a screen recording using an application called Screencast-O-Matic. Okay, so this software or this application is available for MacBook as well as Windows-based PCs. MacBook, you have a native program, and at the same time, if you choose to record using a different application that you can download from the internet, you may choose to do so. So let's have a look. All right, so to do it, you would want to go to this website, Screencast-O-Matic. Okay, so Screencast-O-Matic, it's a free application where you can use it for education. You see, they have it for education, work, personal, okay, and they have different products as well as the pricing. So now we are going to use the free version of Screencast-O-Matic to do our recording. Under this free version, we are able to do basic recording. And if you choose to have more functions to the application that you are using, you can choose to go for the paid version of it. So once you have downloaded Screencast-O-Matic, we are going to launch it. So I've already downloaded it in my MacBook, and I'm going to launch this recorder. So just tap on this, launch free recorder, which is on the website. I'll just open screen recording launcher. Right, it's moving. Right, it's starting up. And a recorder has been launched. So let's see. It should appear on my screen. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So let's minimize my window at the back. Okay. You can see it clearly. Okay. So now, this is what happens when you launch Screen-O-Matic, which is available on Windows and MacBook, by the way. When you launch it, you have this option to record. You can record your screen, this entire screen in front of you. See, you can resize it, right? Or you can choose to record using your webcam. See, hi. Or even you can choose to record both your screen as well as your webcam, which happens to appear at the bottom the bottom right of your recording. So let's go to screen first. Okay. Now, because it is a free version, it will only capture 15 minutes at a time. So you have a maximum of 15 minutes. After that, you will need to start a new recording. Here, you can adjust the size of your screen. All right. So just like the Android device, recording on Screen-O-Matic on the free version only allows you to record your microphone. It doesn't allow you to record sounds that comes or accompanies in the website. If you want to do so, you need to go for the paid version of it. Okay, so these are the things. All right, and this is a preference for the hotkeys. What are the shortcuts that you can use while recording? See, a version of it. So let's go cancel it and go back to our screen recorder. All right. So let's say, for instance, we want to record our screen with a webcam. So we click both. Webcam will appear at the bottom. All right. So let's go to, just click on this record icon here, and it will start recording. 3, 2, 1, go. See? It is recording. So what I'm going to do? What do I want to do with this space? Well, it depends. So I've chosen to record this space here. So things will be happening in this space. If you choose to record the entire screen, you can use the entire screen. Maximize a website, and learners, students, audience would be able to see what is happening. Okay? So you can even choose, like in between. Webcam, hi. And choose here. Right? Once you're done with recording, you can just click on pause. And you have a few options here. You can choose to look to preview what you have recorded. And this is the duration that you have recorded. You can choose to resume to a point that you have recorded, or fast forward to a point that you have recorded, discard your recording, start all over again, or just click done. Okay, we are just going to click done. Okay, so once you click done, you have a few options here. Save and upload, save or upload, or even edit your videos. If you choose to edit videos in the video editor, this comes with the paid version. So we are just going to save. Okay. When we click save, see, we have a few options here. Save the video as a video file, upload to Screencast-O-Matic, which is if you have an account there, or you can upload to YouTube. Okay, and just some basic editing. You can edit the timeline. Okay, very basic ones. Add or remove music in this recording. You can even add captions to this recording. Right? So with this option here, you can actually apply differentiated teaching and learning. Better students, listen without a caption. For weaker students, you can listen with captions on. So we are just going to save as video file. Okay, so we have a few options here. What type of videos do you want it to be? MP4, AVI, FLV? What is the name of the file that you want it to be? Where do you want to save this file? Highlight cursors. So highlight cursors, this will actually highlight where your cursor is, wherever you move on the screen. Wherever you tap on, that is where they will highlight. Okay, so this will help learners, help your audience to follow your instruction while you click on different parts of your recording. Right? And we'll just go publish. First, all right, so okay, we'll just save on our desktop. Okay, and we'll publish. All right, while it is publishing the video file, okay, we have a question from Chandra Mohan Richard. Right? He asked, can recording done on Android devices be posted as video or audio in Google Documents in my Google Classroom? Yes, Chandra. You can choose to, when you assign assignments to your students, you can actually upload your video as part of the assignment for your students to view and to do the task that you assign them. So yeah, videos can be added into your Google document in your Google Classroom. Okay, so it's just part of the assignment where you assign the assignment to your students, and there is an option for you to add video. Okay, so you just add a video there, and you upload your worksheet, your task for your students, and they would follow the instructions that you have for them. Okay, so once okay, so let's go back to the screen. Thank you, Chandra. Thank you for a good question there. Okay, all right, so let's go back to our screen. We have this. Okay, the video that we did a while ago has been published, has been saved on our computer. So we're just we are just go to click done. Okay, right. So if you look at on my screen here at the bottom, this one, right, this file here, it's actually the recording that we did a while ago. Okay, so we want to open it, have a look. There. Let's play. All right, so see, if you look on the screen of our recording here, there is actually a yellow circle. Okay, a yellow circle which highlights our cursor. So our audience will look at the cursor and they will be able to follow where we move on the screen. Okay, this feature is also present on the MacBook. When we move our cursor and we click, it will actually highlight our cursor when we click. Okay, so look, let's have a look here again. I'll just move this away. Okay, so that is how we use Screencast-O-Matic on Windows as well as MacBook. I'm pretty sure you would find this application or this program very useful in our teaching and learning in the classroom. Right, so let's move on to what we have next. So basically what we have done is that we have covered Android devices, iPhones, iPad, MacBook, as well as Windows-based laptop and PC. Okay, now let's go back to our slides. Okay, so we'll move on to the next part of our sharing, the application. So when we record these tutorial videos, like I've mentioned, they are both visual and auditory. So learners would be able to follow our instructions and they could do the task that we want them to do. It can be used as a speaking activity in the classroom, whether it is online or even in the classroom itself. We could get students to explain how to do something on their computer. For example, if students are learning or trying to do some photoshopping, some editing on their photos, on videos, we could get students to record the process of editing and explain what are the things that they have done in their editing work. This helps them to practice their speaking skills. And at the same time, students will be able to listen to the recording and they could assess themselves. Like, oh, I've done this. I've done this. Well, there is a mistake there. Okay, let's do another recording. So it actually improves learners' speaking skills. That is, it is actually a really good speaking activity. It is engaging. And students will be very eager to share their expertise, their knowledge in doing something. Next is a listening activity. Like I mentioned before in the previous video, you can export it as an audio, get students to listen, and follow the instruction. And later on, send them the video and let them compare their work with the actual video that you have recorded. Or we can get students to follow instructions in the video and answer questions on a worksheet. For example, a get field activity. And of course, video recording can be used as an assessment. It enables teachers to assess students' speaking skills. When students have recorded their video, they can send it to the teachers, and the teachers will be able to assess their speaking or even their listening if we choose to do a listening activity. And at the same time, students can assess their own skills. They can reflect on their proficiency. Why? Because it is a recording of their own work. They can record it for the first time, and they will think to themselves. If they are not satisfied with it, they will do a second recording. So this, in a way, is a form of self-directed formative assessment. It is really student-centered, and we want them to be in charge of their own learning, rather than having the teacher to tell them, this is what you're supposed to do. No, you have done this wrong. Yes, you have done this right. Through the recordings, they will be able to think about, have I done this right? Did I give the correct instructions? Did I do it correctly? And if not, what should I do? And students will be thinking, oh yeah, I could do this, I could do that, I should explain it like this, I should explain it like that. And they will redo their recording. And above all, as this is a technology-assisted learning, it actually improves computer literacy skill. Just like what we have seen today, there are many things that a lot of us are not aware of. So it actually improves their literacy skill, and students, learners, audience would follow. If it's something new, they have learned and they have gained new knowledge. All right. So that is some of the applications that there are some of the ways that we could do, or we could apply video recordings into our lesson. Okay, so here we have a comment or even a question, right? Before we move on to sharing of ideas, we have a question from Chandra. All right, Chandra. So can screencast-o-matic be interactive? Okay, so screencast-o-matic here, it is a video recorder. So if you are thinking about making it interactive, as in letting learners click your video recording, I'm afraid it won't allow. It won't be allowed. Okay? But if your interactivity is about following instructions and getting learners to follow your video recording and doing a task on their laptop, their MacBook, their phones, that will be another form of interactivity. But as far as clicking things on the videos, I'm afraid that will not happen. Okay, so it is not like a smart board. Okay, let's go to the next part of our sharing. We are coming close to the end of our sharing for today. Okay, so this part is sharing of ideas. Take 5 minutes. Okay, so we are we don't have much time, so let's make it 3 minutes then. Take 3 minutes to think of some ideas on how you would use tutorial recordings in your teaching and learning, as well as personal life. You see, we are not talking about teaching and learning only, but also personal life, like I've shown you in the first two situations, one in a classroom and one in our personal life. And share them on Padlet. All right, it doesn't need to be lengthy and detailed, but just give a gist of your idea. That will be great. So you have the website link here, the shortened link, or you can scan a QR code, right? So let's have a look. Some of the ideas that people have shared. Hold on. Let me just turn this. Right, I'll just go back to this. And yep. Right. So here's the Padlet link. So there are some activities here. So just take 3 minutes. And give your idea. It will be great. This Padlet link will be open. Okay. So whatever ideas that you have, when you share it on this Padlet link, everyone could get a little bit of the different ideas that everyone has. And it could become a learning community. Okay, so we have speaking lesson, listening activity, we have reading. Okay. Right. So you can choose to think about what ideas do you have, add on to the Padlet. Okay, interactive, used for students. Yep, for students. Yeah, very good. So one respondent said that it's used for students to mimic speaking activities. Okay. Yes, this is good. Like to get students to follow the steps and for them to mimic the things that we want them to do. So we can gauge whether they understand and know what we are talking about. Okay, we're going to have another minute for responses to come in. Do not worry if you do not make it within these 3 minutes, as this Padlet link will be open for some time. And you can add on to it. Okay. Video for teaching, give students direction. Feedback, students learn to offer feedback on recording. Very good. Yeah, offering feedback, giving comments, critics. Yeah. Assessment purposes. Okay, reading comprehension. Okay. Students can write the answers in a worksheet and use a Flipgrid to record the answers. Used for reading. Great ideas are coming in. Okay. So for those who are not live with us today, you can contribute to this Padlet as the link will be open. Okay. Right. So keep the responses coming in and we will have a look. All right. So let's move on. Wow, you can see it coming in. All right. Script writing activity, script writing. Very good. Right. So now you can even upload your screen recording on this website, https googleforms.gle/qk. All right, this link to show some of your ideas on how to do it, or some of your ideas on what to do with video recordings. But please keep your video to 15 megabyte and below due to storage limitation. All right. So just think about what I've shown you earlier on how to adjust your videos and probably keep it short. Okay. Okay, now let's move on to the next section of our sharing before we end. some of the things for us to bear in mind when using intellectual properties, because this is recording, it is really it is something that we need to take into account. Okay, so we have issues like copyright, royalty. So we need to be mindful of the things that we use in our recordings, in our presentation. So I would recommend us or everyone to check out creativecommons.org for materials that you can use and distribute in any medium and format. Okay, on Creative Commons, you can find pictures or the things that you want to use and use it. Okay, and there are credits available there as well, not credits as in money, but credits to the author of the materials, which you can include in your presentation just to acknowledge the work that they have done. So remember, give credit where credit is due. Okay, so before leaving, to find out more how you can incorporate technology in your teaching and learning, you could check out the course Using Educational Technology in the English Language Class in the Language Classroom. Okay, so this is a course available on the Open English program, and it is run by Iowa State University. All these programs are being sponsored by the US Embassy. Okay, so there are other courses that you might be interested in as well. So for more information, go to www.openenglishprograms.org. There are many different courses, from grammar to critical thinking to teaching practices, which you will find very beneficial for your profession as a teacher. So that's all for today. I hope that you have learned something from this sharing and it would help you in the teaching classroom. Thank you, and take care and be safe wherever you are. See you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Justin, for your sharing. You covered a lot today, from Android to Windows to iPhones. Thank you so much for that. So we have come to an end for today's topic. We will give you the link for the certificate and also the survey form. Do check out the comment section. It will be given. It'll be given in the comment section. So pay heed on that. And we have come to an end. Our next webinar will be held next month. Another Malaysian teacher will be giving a talk on teaching. So do stay in touch with us. Do keep in touch with us. And do share this video. Please note the link for the webinar, for the survey form and certificate will be provided in the comment box. So make sure you pay attention on that. And thank you all of you for joining us all the way from Philippines, Ecuador, Tajikistan. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye from Malaysian
Hi,
Open
Praveen.
Alumni.
Praveen.
Yes.
Yeah, can I just respond to one of our
Oh,
audience?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Li Tian Z. All right.
All right.
You mentioned that my voice is very clear and crispy, and what type of mic I'm using. So just to respond to your inquiry here, I'm just using the microphone and earphones that's supplied together with the iPhone. Okay. So
All
yeah,
right.
the microphone is near. All right. So thank you.
Cool. Any other questions that you want to respond to, Justin? Or we are good? I think.
So far, I think probably I've covered all. Yep.
Yeah, this is the one, Li Tianzi.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So now the survey form and the certificate for the link is provided in the comment section. You can have a look at it. If you have any problems, you can always send us a message. But please, again, a reminder, when you key in your email, when you type out your email, make sure you have no mistakes in your email, because it'll be a problem for us to resend the certificates. So in the past we have had this problem, so we hope not. We hope that you get your email right, so it will not be a tedious process. Okay, that's it for today. We are done. See you guys next month at the Malaysian Open Alumni webinar sessions. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye.